If you had asked me if I would use Hyperion back in 2020, 2021, 2022, whenever the fuck it came out, I would have said no, not at all. And ultimately, the previous owner, not a great guy, but he's gone now. So, with a weed out of the grass, how much better could a cheat be that was once run by a YouTuber that should have known what his viewers wanted when it came to a product? Well, I'm glad to say that a refund is not something I would ask for if I bought Hyperion today. Today, we're going to be looking at Hyperion for CS2. And on top of that, of course, I'm still going to be unbiased. I'm still, obviously putting my own money into this, buying a Prime account so that I have no other cheats injected on the account so we can see if it's good when it comes to having decent trust. Not only that, we also just went over and looked at every single thing that I thought that I, as a customer, if I had paid $9 or $8 with code TABZ, I believe, for this cheat, if everything that was there was worth the money. Now, obviously, given all the other cheats on the market, you can say that there's better options, but this video is about Hyperion, and we're going to be focusing on Hyperion and talking about whether or not it's worth your money. So sit back, relax, let's hop into the video, and if you guys want more like this, I'll talk to the guys at Hyperion if you guys end up liking this, and we'll see if they'll purchase a gameplay video. Overall, I honestly think it's much better than the last, a little less confusing, and overall, it's a risk. It's a risk coming to me asking and paying for a video when you know the way I treated Hyperion the last time, which I still will hold to this day as being completely fair. So hopping into the video, we got to go over to our girl Helen Wong on G2G, not sponsored, and pick up an account that you could use and trust. So with my own money in the account, especially for this review, let's purchase this bad boy. Oh, okay. Well, that was a waste of $20. So that didn't work out, but I figured whatever. We still can get some gameplay with it, show off the visuals in game, as this is not a gameplay video, but more specifically a video talking about the cheat itself and showing off a little bit of the menu. So this is a review slash showcase, but of course I'm gonna add some gameplay because I'm sure you want to know how the aimbot looks and feels. And overall, it was a pretty good experience playing a little bit, leveling this account up to unlocked competitive. But I have used this cheat already. I've had this cheat for about 3 days. I've used it on a Prime account. The issue is I had a Red Trust account because I like to spin with Never Lose. And ultimately, I couldn't get any gameplay in comp. But that's absolutely fine. Overall, the visuals look very nice. They fixed a text issue that I'll talk about later in this video. Altogether, I got 0 callouts. The aimbot feels good. The entire rework that they apparently did really did help given the previous reviews that I had seen about the CS2 version. I don't want to yap too much further here, so you guys have seen some gameplay. Let's go hop into a custom match and talk about this menu. In all seriousness, jumping into a custom nuke match here, we're going to take a look at the menu. Now, obviously, I had some super harsh-ish criticisms for this cheat when it came out for CSGO. A lot of people thought it was because of the previous owner. I didn't like the previous owner kind of thing. No. In the previous video that I made about Hyperion, I said some pretty genuine shit. Given the price, given who is supporting it, given being a YouTuber and knowing exactly what your viewers should have for the price they're paying, they followed every single thing I had criticism on, by the way. So at the end of the day, like, if anything, I helped them. My goal today is, of course, to be just as unbiased as that video. But there, of course, is going to be some criticisms. There's a few that I have, but they're not like serious ones. Either way, we're going to open the menu up here with the insert key. The first thing right off the bat you're going to see, menu's a little goofy, but it works out fine. I like the modern theme at the end of the day. The only thing that I could be like picky about is this just looks like default ImGUI. That's just my personal opinion. Overall, though, let's just hop into it. So first off, with the legit bot, we have global pistols, rifles, snipers, SMGs, and heavies. Now, for the legit bot, if you just click on global, you'll see apply to all. I can see where this could be useful because of their system that they did. If you go to pistols, for example, and you want to edit your pistol config, this is going to be your default, so you can set these all up. But if you go to another pistol, rather than, clicking a button and just overriding default, you actually have to force it to default settings. So every single gun uses its own settings off the bat, which means once you set up default, you have to go through every single gun here and hit force default settings. I think that's a little backwards. I think it should be default. And then when you go to a specific gun, you override default settings. It's just a lot easier. It takes a lot less time, especially if you just use like the same settings on every single pistol. My one criticism about the legit bot. So either way, hopping into it, recoil control, RCS enabled. We have the strength for horizontal and vertical, as well as the shots required. We have the aimbot here. We have enable aimbot and mouse button 1. We obviously have the hit group, so we have head, neck, chest, pelvis, arms, and legs. And if you go down to preferred hit groups, you have head, neck, chest, pelvis, arms, and legs again. Sadly, there's no nearest. I think they should add that. We have radius, so we have 10. And don't think of this as 10 FOV. With most internal cheats, it's going to be 10 FOV. This is 10% of the entirety of the FOV. So if you have a FOV of 180, this is going to be 10% of 180. And then, of course, we have our smoothing, so we have 20% there. We have flash check and smoke check, of course. And now I'm not going to kill this bot because he's going to be showing off our ESP, so let's go kill someone else. To show you the aimbot a little bit, even though we have footage of that already. This is with 70 or 65 smooth. Not bad, honestly. And it does look pretty legit. It doesn't snap at all. I've got to say, they did a really good job when it comes to the aimbot. To my understanding, they actually just reworked the aimbot recently. Hopping over to the visuals tab, we have ESP here. So we have enemies and teammates. You could swap between them to change what you want. We have ESP enabled. You can also do a keybind for that. We have name, box, corner, box. So we can do cornered like that. I actually really do like that. It's pretty cool. We have box fill. Not a lot of people like to use it. I like to use a low opacity version of it. I have health here, and you can do gradients. We have weapon name, weapon icon, skeleton, snap lines, eye angles, eye angle length. We have visible and invisible chams, and of course, you're going to do glowy, plastic, or flat with those. And of course, we have flags. So we have armored, flash, diffusing, scoped, reloading, and C4, and you can change the color of that. I'm going to see if you guys can see it before I even say anything, but I'm going to turn on name. I have a problem with like everything about it is fine. Like it scales very well, as you can see. I just have a problem with certain aspects. How you'd explain it. The density of the text. You know what? I gotta be honest. I think they might have updated that. That's no longer an issue for me. That was one of the key things. I used this cheat a couple days ago because I wanted to get true gameplay and actually feel how it was. They fixed that issue. I was yapping. I apologize. Good job on you guys. You fixed the spacing. Fuck yeah. We have skeleton, snap lines, eye angles, like I had already said. And of course, the visuals are pretty nice. This is just overall ESP. I have mine set up like this. And as you can see, they go white and they go flat when I'm not visibly able to see them. Over in other, we have world ESP. So we can do weapons, grenades, projectiles. And of course, you're going to be able to do box, icon, and name. We have bomb. We have planted C4. And of course, you can change the box color, the icon color, and the name color. We also have diffusers here. So box, icon, and name once again. And of course, you can always go to one of these, right click, copy and paste, etc. So we also have chams here for the visual world. So this is going to be like local. This is view weapon, arms, and world weapons. And then in radar, we have enable radar, show dropped weapons, show bomb. One thing that I don't like that I'm going to ask for them to change is the radar, as you can see, has a title. It doesn't when you hit insert. Yeah, kind of an L there, but it is what it is. I would like it to actually have a title when it's open, just because then you can line it up with spectators easier. That looks a little goofy. We have show bomb zoom, angle line length, opacity, as well as player colors. And of course, I have my teammates just set to 0 opacity. And of course, we have the enemy color of blue, and bomb carrier is going to be white. So you can see right there, we have a player right here, and it's of course showing the aim angle that he's at. If you didn't want that, you just turn that down to 5, and it's almost like it's gone. In others, we have visual aimbot radius. So like I said, with 10 FOV, 10%, that's what it's going to look like. That's about a 2.5, 2.6 for FOV based cheats, like other cheats that use FOV. We have camera FOV, view model FOV, and of course a view model offset, so you can do a custom, you know, if you wanted to turn your gun sideways kind of thing, play like a gangster, that is completely up to you. Over here in the skin changer, I actually quite enjoy the skin changer. So we're gonna go to the gun that we want. One thing I do wish we can actually test to see if it works like that. It doesn't. Honestly, I was about to yap. So if we go to our gun here, I do wish it automatically chose the gun that was in your hand. That's definitely something that they can add. P2K, fire elemental, where, seed, stat track, set stat track, amount of kills, of course, and you can do the name there. I don't think you can mix and match, unfortunately. It doesn't look like it. And then you hit add skin. Not only does it add it to your inventory, but it also automatically applies and force updates in game, which is pretty cool. On top of that, you can do your knives and your gloves, and the overall inventory. You can click to remove certain items, that kind of thing. It'll tell you what the where, the seed, and the stat track is. I love the detail. Very good. One thing I wish they did was a dynamic menu for this, just because this can be a little cumbersome. I wish if you went to the skins tab, it like went out just an extra box in width so that there was 3 in a row. You can go through each gloves and add the gloves that you want. Currently, there's no music kits that I've been able to see. There's no agents, and there's no patches. There's no keys. There's no boxes. Overall, it's just going to be your guns, knives, gloves, and your overall inventory. I'd like to see medals as well added at some point. It's a very good start. Moving over to the miscellaneous, we have spectators list, bomb info window, active keybinds, auto accept, force matchmaking regions. Normally I would use this, but because my config is completely public, if you get the cheat and you go to the config section, go to the server browser, it's already there. Just type in tabs. Usually I would have this on US East though. An auto bunny hop with a hit chance. We have a cloud radar. So this is currently offline, but what you would do is just hit create. And if I were to close the menu, you would see they just don't support custom maps currently. It's just only the game maps. So there's no way to do an overhead picture of Nuke, but that's how it would work. So we can stop the cloud radar. And of course, in bullets, we have hit markers, hit gap, size, hit marker for 3D, hit sound. And of course, they got power switch, menu back, pickup, ghost bell, door impact, and custom. And that's pretty much it for the miscellaneous. Now going over to configs, we have my config here. And of course you have a config browser. One thing that doesn't save when you save your config is the menu color, but of course you can change that. The default is obviously going to be red, but I'm not a huge fan of red. It also does not do well on YouTube for their re-encoding. That is pretty much it. So you got a direct link to the website and Discord. I do like that. I had a slight about this, like, you know, just little ehs, but overall, it's $9. With code tabs, I do believe you save $1, making it $8. For $8, it is not bad. If they continue to add support and do more with this cheat, I do think it actually will be one of the better cheats on the market with not a shitload of users. Do I think it's at the level of Anuria or any of these cheats like Moonlight, etc.? Not yet, but does it have potential to get there? I do think it does have potential to get there. That 80% B-hop do be looking good though. Oh yeah, and it missed it there. That's not bad. I'm not going to complain about that. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. One other thing that I think they should add is if we go back into the menu quickly, I like that they have flash and smoke check. I like the delay. We need a delay after shot added because sometimes it does just spam fire and miss like consistently, as you can see. It definitely needs it. Also a magnet trigger being added to it for the price should be something that is added. That's just my delay with the trigger bot not wanting to add up. But you can see like trigger bot is still good. I do enjoy it. I hope that you guys like it. If this video gets 200 likes, 225, we'll just say 200, we'll do a full gameplay with it. I did want to add some gameplay to the start while I was showing you guys off the cheat because unfortunately I bought 2 accounts from Helen Wong and they were both not ranked. So level 1 type beat. Either way, my name is Tabz. You guys enjoyed the video. You guys want to check out HYPERION. It will be the first link in the description. Overall, I will give this cheat a 8 out of 10. Some things need to be added. Some things need to be changed. Honestly, if this cheat was like $7, it would be a crazy good competitor to some of the cheaper cheats like Meme Sense. Either way, my name is Tabz. HYPERION has a little bit more to prove when it comes to just overall undetectedness. No red trust factor, nothing like that. But Counter-Strike's in a place right now where that shouldn't be too hard to do. If this cheat lasts 6 months with 0 hiccups, I do think that this might be a cheat that I would highly recommend to new cheaters, especially given the price for what you get. There's not too much added to it, but there's not too little. It's the perfect cheat for someone starting to cheat in Counter-Strike for the first time. And that's my humble opinion. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, bros. Peace.